and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got 2024's Crafty Advent Calendar from Spellbinders. This is it. I've shown you it before in a previous video, just showing that it existed and telling you a few of the details about it. But today, it's the 1st of December and I'm going to open the first door of it. I've never done one of these before, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work throughout the month, but let's have a little look inside and you can see where we're going to go with this. All these little doors open. There's one for every day. There's number 1, and that's the one I'm going to open today. Now, I'm not sure if you would be coming back every day to watch a short video, so I'm going to open number 1 today, number 2 tomorrow, and then we'll go from there and see if I maybe want to skip a few days and catch up on 2 or 3 days after that. Anyhow, look at this. It looks fantastic. I'm excited to open it. It's been sitting here for a little while, and obviously I'm doing this ahead of time so that I have it ready for you. But here we go. Here's door number 1. I've taken all of the pieces out and set them onto this magnetic platform that I have just to get a better look at them, and it makes a beautiful hot air balloon. I'm sure that was a bit of a giveaway on the cover. And then I'm going to show you this a bit closer up here. When you open the little doors, it does actually show you a photograph of how this is supposed to look on the inside there as well. So this is at 40%, so what you're getting is bigger than that, but that's the main use for it. But as always with all of these die sets, don't forget you can use lots of these pieces for other things as well. So here's the balloon itself, and then this piece here, if I can get it off, that actually cuts the pieces that you can put on here on top of that. But you could use that for all sorts of things as well, and that could also be a beach ball or anything else you want it to be. Then this is the little basket part. All of these are shown on that. This little bunting has little extra pieces here that you can cut out in different colours and put on. Then we've got a little bow and the little tails for it here, and then this piece goes on here. But you could use that hello and the bow and the bunting. All of those could be used in different cards too. I'm going to cut some pieces out and then I'll be right back. These are all the pieces cut out then. So I've got the big balloon here and you can see the debossing lines on it, and then this is the part for down the centre, which is here, and then I've cut this one out twice, here and here. One will go on here and here, and then this little flag part goes on the top, and this just gets glued onto here. And then here's the little bunting, and this little die cuts out extra pieces if you want to change the colour of those. So I've cut this out in a kind of a deep blue mirror card, and I've also cut it out these little pieces here to add on to the top of it, just so that there's different colours on that. Then this one is this is the little basket, and there's the hello and the 2 pieces of the bow. So I will make a card up first of all, and then I'm going to attach all of those onto it. If you're liking this, by the way, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That helps the channel. Thank you. I decided that a twisted easel card might be a really nice way of showing this off. So I've got a 5-inch square card here, and as you can see, when you open it up, I have actually scored from this point down to here and folded that over, and that makes a lovely twisted easel base. So if your card front is just sitting in front of you, it's from the bottom left at the fold right up to the top right, and then you fold that in. Now if you want to make sure that that's going to sit down properly afterwards, do come back in and burnish right down this score line. Otherwise it sort of tends to want to sit up quite high, but once you burnish that really well, the card will sit properly here, and that's the kind of way your card's going to sit up there. Really, really lovely way to show this off. Then I took some green card and put it on the base because that's going to be the ground area. Now back to my little die cuts here. I decided I would like to cut out a few more of these and make a more 3-dimensional kind of this part anyway. So I have glued these pieces on here, and I've actually got another one to go on here. You can see right into that little area in the center there's a sort of a debossing line, and it just shows you the exact area where these go. And where are we? This one. So right in here, and that fits on. You can actually feel the die cut going into it. Now I've cut 4 of these out altogether. So on 3 of them I have folded them in the center, and the fourth one I've just left flat like that. And on this one, after I folded it, I have put the center piece down in here. I folded the center die cut as well and put it in. I don't think if you glued it on you would ever get that folded in half. So I think just to fold this first of all and then put it in is a really good idea. Now, we've now got these 3 pieces here which are going to get attached to this plain base. I'm going to take the 2 pieces with no center part in them and glue them to the one that has got the center part in it. So we'll put glue right around here and glue that onto this one, and just make sure that you've got these lines filled up. I probably could have added that other piece in here, but I didn't want to make it too bulky, so I've kept it just for the center part. That's the bit that you're going to see from the front of the card. And again on this one I'm going to put glue right down here around there and attach that right on here. So we've now got a kind of dimensional balloon. Just slide that up until you make sure that all those edges are lined up, and then you'll see the back part here will just fit right on top of this one. So add your glue on there, and pop that right on there. Because this is an easel card, I'm actually going to pop this little piece here, which I've already got the extra little flag piece on, and I'm going to put that right down inside because you'll be able to see from the back, and I don't want that visible, so that will go right in there. So now I'll show you it close up. You don't see that joining piece there, and you don't see it at the back either. I am going to add all the other pieces on here, so this bit will get glued on just in behind here like that. There we are. And then my little basket gets glued onto here. I cut the bunting out and then glued these little pieces back onto there. So I'm going to glue these on here just by putting some glue on the outside tabs. I'm saying tabs because I'm using those outside pieces of the bunting as kind of little glue tabs. I'm going to put it right across the center there and fold that over. And those will be the pieces then that hold this together. I fully intended leaving that with just the piece across there, but then I thought it would finish it off better, so I cut another 2 of them and just glued little bunting pieces on top of the other one, and then it's tucked around back in here again. So I have actually gone ahead then and cut another one of these, and I'm going to glue that right onto the back, and that will cover all of that, just in case I think part of that's going to show on the back of my card. I really wanted a piece of this to sit up and over the top of that. It was just the kind of feel that I wanted. So I've got a piece of blue card here, and this one measures 4.5 inches square, and then I cut that in half right across there again, and that's going on there, and then this is going to eventually go on here. I just want to have a look and see the kind of placement that I'm getting on it there. But I've cut some dies out from the large die of the month for November, and it has these beautiful big clouds in it. There's a bigger cloud and then a smaller one, and I'm going to put them on here. So really what I want to do is add those on before I put the hot air balloon on there, and I would actually really like to have something coming over the edge there. But you got to remember whenever you're gluing things on here that they're only going to get glued onto this part, because if they end up getting some glue on them and attaching to this part, it's not going to sit up properly. So that's why I need to see roughly where this is going. Yeah, just about there. Now I can put some glue on here and then attach this onto the card. You could do it with 3D foam pads as well, but I think I'm just going to put it glue because it leaves this little area here weaker whenever it's sort of sitting up on its own. Now that might look strange from there, but the idea behind it is that I want this kind of just a little bit different with some extra pieces at the sides, and this is a 5-inch card, so I would be putting that in a 6-inch envelope or a little box or whatever. I've cut that little hello out in the blue card, but I've put it onto some grey because I really wanted to have this area in behind it here closed over. Whenever I put 3D foam pads onto that, you could see that it closed up some of the area behind the letters. And maybe that doesn't make sense, but you would know if you saw it. If you actually cut that out and then you put something else in behind it, you'll know that you're covering up some of that area. So just go ahead, and it's really easy just to follow along with the scissors. You can feel the scissors right up against the die cut, and you can fussy cut this out then. I'm just going to take the hello now and go right down in here and see exactly where I want this to stop, because this is going to be the stopper, probably just about there, and with it being up on 3D foam pads, that just holds that lovely. Now the other thing I was going to say is that because I've put this on and fixed it, that means that the card stays fixed like this, so it's going to be quite dimensional, and you would put that in a little box. If you wanted to be able to close it and have it flat, all you need to do is leave off the little bunting, don't use that. I've got these little bow pieces here now, so I'm going to put the little tails on first. That just goes on there. And then this little piece, I've already just folded it up, and I only want glue in that little center part there. And then that fits onto the little rounded part on the tails of the bow, like so. I die cut some extra clouds and put it on there, and now I'm just going to finish this off with a couple of little birdies. Well, what do you think? Do you like that little card? If you've enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give the video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and leave me a little comment too. I always love to hear from you. And don't forget to come back tomorrow again for more, because I'll be opening number 2 door, and we'll see what's in there and make something nice with that as well. See you then. Bye bye.